Welcome back, guys. So, continuing our series of Code Vita Zone Solutions 2020, today we'll be attempting minimum gifts. Now, this is such a great question. Why? Because you read the problem description, you see that this question is so easy, and you come up with an approach, you create your own solution, and you run your code, okay, and you successfully pass all the public cases. But then you submit your code, and boom, you fail all the private cases. And now you start scratching your head and wondering why the hell does it not work? So I'll just show you in a minute why. Problem description. Okay, now let's move on to problem description. A company has decided to give some gifts to all of its employees. For that, company has given some rank to each employee. Okay, based on that rank, company has made certain rules to distribute the gifts. The rules for distributing the gifts are each employee must receive at least one gift. Okay, employees having higher ranking get a greater number of gifts than their neighbors. Simple. What is the minimum number of gifts required by the company? So this is the question of minimization. Okay, and whenever there's a question of minimization, there's only two approaches. Either you have that DP, dynamic programming, or either you have your grid approach. Okay, so now let's look at the constraints, because I always say that constraints tell you what approach you should be using. Okay, so we look at the value of n. Okay, and what is the value of n? It is 10 to the power of 5. Okay, you see that the constraint at 10 to the power of 5. Okay, now you think that okay, n log n approach, sorry, n log n approach will work, but it won't work. Why? Because here we have another constraint. We look at the test case. Here we have test cases. So, and the test case will vary from 1 to 10. Now when you multiply this value in this 10 to the power of 5, you get what? You get 10 to the power of 6. So it means only one thing, that your approach, your solution should only be of order n. Why? Because you go even a little bit higher than that, and you get a what? You get a TLE, time limit exceeded. Okay, so that is why the solution that we can come up with should only be of order n. Otherwise, you'll fail. And by the way, this value of rank, it's useless. Okay, at least to us. Uh, so let's start. First line contains integer t denoting the number of test cases. Great. For each test case, for first line contains integer n denoting the number of employees. Okay, great. Second line contains n space separated integer denoting their ranks. Okay, then now let's look at the examples. So firstly, we have our example one. In this, we have two test cases. Okay, so let's first solve the test case one. We have five employees and their ranks are 1, 2, 1, and 5, 2. Okay. So the first approach, the most simplest approach that comes to our mind is, why not let's compare the value of current element with previous element, and if it is greater, we'll just increase the value by 1. Otherwise, we'll decrease the value by 1. Okay, so we see that the first element is 1. Okay, and since 1 is the minimum rank that one could have, so I'll just give him one gift. Great, done. Now let's move forward. Here we have element 2. So 2 is greater than 1, right? It is greater than its previous element. So I say that increase the value of it by 1. So 1 plus 1, it becomes 2. I give him 2 gifts. Okay. Then I come to the next element, 1. Its value is greater than the previous element. So I decrease the value of 2 by 1. So it becomes 1. Then I come to 5. The value of 5 is greater than its previous element, right? So I just give him what? I just give him 2 gifts. Okay. And after that, I come to this element 2 and I compare its value with its previous element. It is again smaller. So I just give him one gift. I just decrease the value by 1. So by this approach, the number of gifts that we are supposed to give to our employees is 7. And surprisingly, this is the correct answer. Okay, then we try again. We look at the second test case. I'll try this approach again. Okay, I say since this is the first element and it's the lowest rank, I'll just give him 1. Then I come to the next element. Is it greater? Yes, it is. So I give him 2 gifts. Okay, and I'll just sum up all these and I'll get an answer of 3. Yes, again it is correct. So we see we are having a correct approach, and then we just code it for it. But not to our very huge surprise, this will fail. This will miserably fail. Okay, then now let's try our approach on a new test cases that we have devised ourselves. Okay, so let's suppose that the ranks are in this order: 1, 4, 5, and 7, and then 2, and then 1. Okay, so these are the ranks, and now I have to distribute my gifts. So I just give one gift to this, and after that I see that 4 is greater than 1. I give him 2 gifts. Then I see that 5 is greater than 4. Then I give him 3 gifts, and after that 7 is greater than 5. I give him 4 gifts. 2 is smaller than 7, so I decrease the gift by 1. I give him 3. And 1 is greater than, 1 is smaller than 2, so I decrease the gifts again and I give him 2 gifts. Okay, so the total number of gifts that I'm supposed to give is 15. And by the way, this is actually following everything that the question is saying, right? Except for the main part. These are not the minimum number of gifts. How? I say that the minimum number of gifts that you are supposed to give is 30. How? Suppose if I give this person only 2 gifts and if I give this person only 1 gift, even then I'll follow all the rules that I mentioned in the question, and even then, and actually after that, I'll minimize the number of gifts that I'm supposed to give. Okay, so this is where the test case, sorry, this is where your approach will fail. Okay, so now I'll tell you how to solve this question in the most easiest way. So whenever you encounter a question like this, remember only two terms: rise and fall. Okay, rise means when the elements are in an increasing order. Fall means when the elements are in decreasing order. Okay, so look at this, look at these elements. Here you can see a rise. If you try to imagine a graph, you'll see that this is actually going, you're going up to a mountain. Okay, but then you see these values, 7 to 1. Here you will see a slope, you are coming downwards. Okay, this is what I meant by rise and fall. Your approach that you used, okay, your this 3 and 2 approach, this was doing perfectly for the rise part, but it failed miserably for the fall part. Okay, so now how do I solve this question? Very simple. You have actually answered the question yourself. Just distribute these both parts. Solve rise and fall separately. How? Just give me a second. These were our ranks. Okay. Uh, okay. Just give me a second. Okay. So how do I solve the rise part? I just say one thing. Start from the first element, compare its value with its previous element, and if it is greater, then increase the value by 1. Since it's rise, I am only checking for the increasing order. I don't care about if the increasing order. If my current element is smaller than my previous element, I don't do anything. Okay, but if my current element is if my sorry current element is greater than my previous element, then what I do, I just increase the value of my current element by 1. Otherwise, I don't do anything. Okay, actually better than not doing anything, I can just mark it as 1, or it doesn't even matter. Okay, so okay, sorry, let's start with the rise part. Okay, so I'll start from this. uh, I'll start the gift part. Okay, so firstly I'll give him one gift. Okay, I'll just give him one gift, and then I come again. I say that, is my 4 greater than 1? Yes, it is. Give him two gifts. Okay, I say, is my 5 greater than 4? Yes, give him three gifts. Is my 7 greater than what? Is my 7 greater than 5? Yes, it is. Give him four gifts. And then, is my 2 greater than 7? No, it is not. Don't do anything, but we are supposed to give at least one gift to everyone. So just give him one gift. Is my 1 greater than 2? No, it is not. So just give him one gift again. Okay. So now we have successfully solved our rise part. Now let's come to the fall part. Okay. In the fall part, what will I do is, I'll compare, since in the rise part, I was going in increasing order. In the fall part, I'll come in decreasing order. What will I do is, I'll compare this value of 2 with the value of 1. I'll compare, is 2 greater than 1? If it is, then increase the value of the current element by 1. Very simple, right? So this in the rise part, I'll just make changes again in this gift. Okay, so I'll start from this element. Okay, I'll check, is the rank of this element greater than this? Yes, 2 is greater than this. 2 is greater than 1, right? But then we have to check another condition. What is that? Is the number of gift that I have in this rank, is it lower? Yes, it is lower. Sorry, uh, I'll just check for lower. If even if it is equal to, I don't care anything. Okay, I'm just comparing one thing. I'm comparing that, is my current rank greater than the next rank? Yes, it is. Yeah, right. 2 is greater than 1, and then I check the number of gifts that this rank currently hold. Is it is it is it smaller than or equal to the next rank? Yes, it is, right. Even though the rank is higher, even though the rank of it's 2 and the rank of here is 1, the number of gifts that he holds is only 1. So what I say is, I say that, just increase this gift by 1. Sorry, not by 1 actually. Just take the gift of the next element and increase it by 1. So I just increase it by 2. Done. Okay, and then I come again, I'll just iterate backwards. So I compare the value of 7 to 2. Is 7 sorry is 7 is 7 greater than 2? Yes, it is. 7 is greater than 2. Then then I'll check another condition. I'll check, does the number of gifts that 7 hold, is it smaller than the number of gifts that the person who has rank 2 holds? No, it's not. He already holds greater gifts. He already has 4 gifts, and this guy already have 2 gifts, so we don't need to do anything. Okay, and you just need to go backward again. You compare the value of the rank 5 with rank 7. It's smaller, don't do anything. Rank 4 with rank 5, current rank is smaller than the next rank, don't do anything. we'll only do when the rank of the current element is smaller than the next element. Since it's a fall, I am only checking for those elements which have a smaller value in the next element. Okay, so this is how I calculate my fall part, and this is the answer. Okay, so I'll just show you another example. Suppose we have 6, 5 and 4, these three elements. Okay, and I'll just check for the rise part. Okay, is 6 smaller than 5? No, it's not. So just give him one gift. Is 5 greater than 4? It's not. So give him one gift. And since 4 is the last element, give him again one gift. Okay. Now we'll check for the fall part. Is 5 greater than 4? Yes, it is. Right? Yes, it is. So what do? You just increase the number of gifts that 4 had by 1. So you give him 2 gifts. Then you come to check for the sixth element. Okay. You say that does the number of is 6 greater than 5? Yes, it is. Then you increase the number of gifts that 5 hold by 1, and that is the number of gifts that 6 should be getting. So simple, right? Now I just code for it, and it's very, very simple. Just give me a second. Okay. I hope you have gotten the approach, but don't worry, I'll just tell it again. So the first thing that we have is the test cases, right? We have the number of different test cases, and by the way, the order of approach that we are using is it's order n, right? Very simple. So till the time while t, and after that I just decrease the value by 1. Now I'll take the number of employees that I had, right? And after that I'll take my rank in the list, I'll map them. I'm just taking the inputs. Okay, int input and dot split. Okay, so done. I'll just create a I'll just create a 1D list in which I'll store the number of gifts. Okay, so I'll just give everyone one gift since it's mandatory. Okay, and after that I'll just start with my fall. We have only two parts to calculate, right? Not fall actually, rise and fall. So let's first start with the rise part. Very simple. For I in, we'll start from the first element. Okay, not the zeroth element, but the first element. For I in range of 1 comma n, I'll check if the rank that my current element holds is it greater than the rank that my previous element had. Okay, if it has, then then give him the gifts. Then then give increase the number of gifts by 1 that the previous rank holder had. So I'll just increase the number of gift by 1. Otherwise, if that is not the case, which means if it is not a rise, if the current element does not has a higher rank, then just give him one gift. Okay, don't give him much, just give him one gift. Okay, so this is just my rise part, and after that comes my fall part. So for and now I'll just go backwards, and I'll start from the from just give me a second. Where was I? So in this in my fall part, I will not start from this. I will start from this second last element. Okay, so this will become n minus 2 and till minus 1 in a backward order. Okay, so I'm just iterating backwards, and now I check is the rank that my current element hold, is it greater than the rank that my next element will hold? Yes, if it is, then you have to check one more condition, the number of gifts. Even if the rank of a current element is greater, but even then if he holds less gift, then you have to just increase the number of gifts. Okay, uh, and the number of gift that my current element has is less than or equal to, because I only need greater than. Okay, if this is the condition, then what do you need to do? You don't need, you just need to increase the number of gift I minus 1 by 1. You just increase the number of gift by 1, and after that you just print the answer, you just print the gift. Okay, and this is the complete solution for this minimum gift answer. Okay, now let's try to execute our code. Okay, let me just remove all these. Okay, now let's try to execute our code. Okay, so firstly we have 7 answer, and then we have 3 answer, which works perfectly great. And then we'll try for our own test cases that we created, right? I hope you know where are my test cases. Okay, once for, so one test case, sorry, let's just say 2 test cases, and it has 6 elements, 1 4 5 7 2 1, and then I have 3 elements that are 6 5 and 4. Okay, then let's test out our answers. Okay, 1 4 5 7 2 1. Okay, okay, so I think I've made some sort of mistake. 6 5 4, let me just cross check it what I did wrong. if rank of I is greater than rank of I plus 1 and gift of I is less than equal. Okay, sorry. It should be I plus 1. Okay. So that is why it was making a mistake. Now let's try to run our code again. Okay. Even now it works incorrectly. Why? Gift of I equals to gift of I. Why the hell I'm doing this? Okay, I plus 1. Okay, then now let's try to execute our code. Okay. Let's run our code. Okay, so it works perfectly. 13 and 6546. So 6 3 5 2 and 4 1. Okay, so this was a solution for minimum gifts, and it's a really simple solution. We have used just a greedy approach and just check out a few cases of rise and fall. So I really hope that you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching this.